The Labour constituency at the National Economic Development and Labour Council wants government to double the current COVID-19 relief fund of 500 billion rand. This was revealed by sources who attended the meeting chaired by President Cyril Ramaphosa to discuss a move to level 3 lockdown. For more on this, we are joined by Cosatu General Secretary, that's Bheki Ntshalintshali. Mr. Ntshalintshali, thank you very much for your time. Firstly, are you able to confirm that indeed, as Labour, you want the 500 billion rand COVID-19 relief fund increased?
Indeed, in relation to the new budget coming, we're hoping that the Minister of Finance, together with the President, they will be able to inject more stimulus packages to the economy.
How much more do you want?
Our target was the 1 trillion rand that we're referring to, though we did not discuss in this meeting. I think your sources are not correct, but they are correct in a sense that that has been the Labour decision and the Labour request all along, that we think we need more injection to the economy.
Yeah, what's been the response, particularly from the President who addressed the opening of that Nedlac meeting?
There was no commitment to the President, by the President, to the issue that we're raising. The President only confirmed that they are doing all they can to ensure that more injection is put on in the economy, but there was no confirmation of whether they will inject the 1 trillion that we're referring to.
Yeah. The talks at Nedlac, Mr. Ntshalintshali, we know that they've gone on throughout the weekend. Are you able to give us an update as to when we are likely to see the level 3 lockdown? And is level 3, by the way, the level that you want, or you would much rather have the country go to level 2?
Look, our issue is that we were open to the adjustment, whether you call it different levels, because we don't think the country as a whole is on the same level. So there might be different adjustment there and there, depending on the scientific evidence that is being given. So we're not just committed to whatever level. Our issue is that life must be safe. Life loss cannot be recovered. But at the same time, there must be attempt to ensure that the economy survives, because we are receiving a lot of 189 section, which means there are a lot of companies that are intending to retrench. And that is not what we want. We want to balance the two, the question of life, at the same time the question of the livelihood, the question of income as we move forward. So it's a delicate balance that we're asking government to carefully tread on.
And it's interesting that you bring up the point about companies possibly using this period of COVID-19 to retrench workers. I've just been in conversation with the AMCU President, Joseph Mathunjwa, who was reacting to the 19 workers who tested positive for COVID-19 at a mine in Limpopo. And he says that while they are not surprised by the infections they are seeing at that mine, their biggest worry is that the mines are going to actually use this COVID-19 period as an excuse to retrench workers.
Indeed, we were being told through the UIF application that while companies are expected to apply for the temporary relief, but there are numbers of normal application, which means that there are workers that have been silenced or secretly being retrenched because they are applying for the normal UIF, meaning that their employment has been terminated. So in one way, while we are level 4, we want to be open so that we can be able to engage with the companies to be able to negotiate, because now with the lockdown, the limitation of movement for trade unions, we're unable to engage each and every company to find out exactly what is going on. We think unscrupulous employers were going to use this opportunity to retrench people.
Yeah, just finally and very briefly for me, Mr. Ntshalintshali, your reaction as Cosatu to the 19 infections at the Marula mine in Limpopo, does that give you a sense of satisfaction that companies are indeed adhering to the health protocols that are very, very critical at this stage?
We have raised our concerns about the precondition or the prerequisite that are required to ensure that no one is infected. If they are compliance officers, we don't know in this situation how it happened that 19 workers could have been infected at one go. If they were screening, proper screening, we think no one should have been infected in the workplace. So we're worried about the lack of the inspector. Of course, we appreciate in this case that at least the company could detect that 19 and be able to isolate those.
All right. Well, on that last question, we apologize for having lost the Cosatu General Secretary Bheki Ntshalintshali.